matuto at makibahagi sa usapang kasama ang buong pamilya. Masayang Tahanan!
Magandang araw sa lahat ng ating mga kumare kapitbahay. Eto na po ang inyong Masayang Tahanan. At ngayong araw na ito, nako, napaka-espesyal po ng ating makakakwentuhan at makakaduet. Meron tayong kantahan ngayong araw na ito. Hindi lamang sila Pastor Romel and Mar Susan ang ating makakasama sa pag-awit. Meron tayong very, very special guest ngayon. Pero surprise muna, hindi ko muna siya ipapakilala sa inyo. Kamusta ka na ba ngayong araw na ito? Kamusta ang inyong paglalaba? Kamusta ang inyong paglilinis ng bahay? Siyempre, weekend, mga household chores ang ating mga tinututukan. But don't forget to give time for the relaxation of your soul, your heart, your mind. Importante yan para sa ating masayang tahanan. Eto muna, at mga musta tayo sa ating inaanak sa Negros, sa ang ating mompreneur na si Nanay Dorcas. Merong bagong tips para sa mga young parents. Eto na ang ating Bibang Nanay.
Welcome to Bibong Inay, where motherhood is celebrated, marriage is nurtured, and you are reminded that you matter. I'm Cass Brion, a homeschooling mom, a passionate wife, and your cheerleader for real, messy, and meaningful growth. Kaya ilapag mo munang labada, Inay, because this moment is for you. Mga inay, naramdaman niyo ba yung feeling na parang lagi kang naghahabol ng perfect home, perfect meals, perfect schedule, perfect kids, perfect you? But what if I told you you don't have to be a super mom or to be a good mom? You don't need the cape, the checklist, or the constant pressure to prove. Let's get real. Supermom is not a badge. It's a burden. And we were never called to carry it. You are allowed to rest. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to serve noodles for dinner once in a while. And you're allowed to cry in the bathroom and pray in the laundry room. Because your kids don't need a mom who does it all. They need a mom who shows up, loves hard, and leans on grace. The world will say, do more, be more. But God says, be still, be faithful, and be with me. So mga inay, let's stop idolizing supermom and start embracing grace-filled motherhood. Magulong buhok, okay lang. Unfolded na laundry sa sofa, okay lang. Welcome to the club. Running on coffee and Jesus, you're not alone. You don't have to be everything. You just have to be there. Loving, leading, and leaning into grace.
Ano ang ginagawa ng family ninyo para naman kayo ay magkaroon ng bonding? What do you do for entertainment? What do you do for recreation? Nako, tamang-tama po ang ating bisita ngayon sa Masayang Tahanan kasi marami siyang mga magagandang imbitasyon sa atin. Alam niyo po, sa family namin, isa sa mga gustong-gusto naming gawin, watch concerts together, minsan naman mga musical. Isa nga dito na napanood naming pamilya, yung Joseph the Dreamer a few years ago. At ang good news, magbabalik po ito sa entablado at kasama natin ang isa sa mga salbahing kuya na nagbenta kay Joseph. Pero sa totoong buhay, hindi naman siya mukhang bad. Mukha namang mabait siya talagang bata. Kasama natin ngayon, dating banker, singer, theater actor, isa sa mga talents ng Genesis Entertainment, Manila Genesis. Kasama natin si RJ Dela Fuente.
Hello po. Hello, tita. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello, RJ.
Hi po, hello.
Oh, bago yung mga invitation mo sa amin, ha, pag-usapan muna natin. Kasi ang salita mo parang hindi purong-purong Tagalog eh.
Yes, yes.
Parang medyo bumabaliko ng konti ang dila mo. Saan galing ang accent mo?
Well, I was born here in the Philippines, and then when I was 5 years old, I moved to California with my family.
5 years old?
Yeah,
ha?
5 years old. So I grew up there. I went to school there, and then 2013, that's when I came back here sa Manila.
Talaga,
Yeah.
2013.
2013, yes.
Ang daming mga Pilipino gusto magpunta ng ibang bansa. Sa iyo, baliktad. Bumalik ka ng
Yes,
Pilipinas. Ano ang tumawag sa iyo? Ano ang naghatak sa iyo pabalik sa Pilipinas?
Well, I grew up in California with my family. I went to school there. As you said, I was a banker. I worked at the bank. But I don't know, I felt I was just complacent going through the motions. But I just felt like God was calling me back to the Philippines. And I forget the name of the pastor, but there was a pastor that prayed over me, prophesied over me, and he said I was gonna use my voice for him, for I was gonna sing for Jesus, for God. And so I held on to that. I prayed about this for so many years. I consulted with family from here in the Philippines and also my family in the States. And yeah, I just made that step of faith. I got out of my comfort zone. And in 2013, after I attended my cousin's wedding here in Manila, I tried out for The Voice Philippines. And thank God I made it. I got through under Team Leia as a finalist. And yeah, the rest is history. Parang that's what started my career here in the Philippines. The Voice Philippines.
Congratulations!
Thank you po. Thank
Talagang yung prayer sa'yo, no, that the Lord will use your voice. Ayun nga, ginamit sa The Voice Philippines. And
Yes,
then
yes.
after that, a lot of doors opened for you,
Yeah.
hindi ba? Pero yung voice mo na yan, ginagamit mo rin sa church.
Yes, yes.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so now I attend Favor Church in Manila here, and I serve on the worship team. And so I'm just super blessed, and it's a privilege to be serving with the Favor team. And yeah, I've been attending since May of 2017. And yeah, God is good. So
Hindi ba challenging yon, RJ? Because you are a performer and worship is not performance.
Yeah, yeah,
Di ba?
yeah.
Worship is an act of the heart. So how do you have to take off your performer's hat when you lead worship in church?
Definitely, because when we're worshiping, our only audience is Jesus, and so that performance mindset that we have to take, that it's not about us, it's about Him. And so when we worship, and as a worship leader, we have to like guide people, encourage them to worship, and it's not about us, it's all about Him. And so we really have to differentiate the performance and worship leading.
But I can only imagine the challenge, because as a performer, syempre, you're used to having the spotlight on you. And then when you lead worship in church, dapat talaga ang focus na kay God.
Oh,
You
yeah,
usher
for
people
sure.
into the presence of
Yes,
God.
yes.
Hindi ba?
Yeah.
So for those who are very, very talented like you, ano yung pwede mong ibigay na advice o reminder pagdating sa really going into the heart of worship and removing the concert performance hat kapag nagsiserve ka na sa Panginoon?
Yeah, well, it all comes down to the purpose of why you're what you're doing, like the purpose of why you're worshiping, and it's all to glorify Him. So it's all to worship Him. And yeah, when we sing songs at church, when we're worshiping, it's not about us; it's all about Him. And so we fix our focus on Him. We change our focus. It's not. Like I keep saying, it's not about us, it's about Him. And so when we sing, when we worship, all our attention, all our eyes are focused on Him.
RJ, before you came back to the Philippines, you also tried out auditioning and joining international competitions, di
Yes.
ba? Sa US,
Yeah.
anong mga experiences mo pagdating sa pag-audition doon?
So in the US, I actually started singing late. I started when I was in high school, senior in high school, and so I was kind of shy then.
Talaga
Still,
ba?
I still am kind of shy. I'm more of an introvert now.
Parang
But-
hindi na mahalata.
No, but in the States, I did American Idol season 10. And yeah, thank God I got through. I got to the fourth round. I got to meet sila Jennifer Lopez, Randy Jackson, Steven Tyler.
Talaga
I got to
ba?
see I got to experience the whole American Idol
Uh-huh.
experience. And so I got to see like how they ran stuff there, how they did the auditions, and it was a great experience. And yeah, I got through to the fourth round, and yeah.
How different is it joining competitions there and joining competitions here? Kasi dito, nag-The Voice Philippines ka, nagtawag ng tanghalan ka rin, hindi
Yes,
ba?
yes.
Ano yung kaibahan?
That's a good question. Maybe.
Kasi mga
I
ano
don't
na
know.
yun, di ba? International,
Yeah,
J-Lo, hindi ba? Sila Randy.
Well, they're all pretty much similar as like, I don't know. just the
Level ng
whole-
nerbiyos. San ka mas ni nerbiyos?
Actually, here.
Talaga
yeah,
ba?
Actually, yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just feel like everyone is family and everyone's watching. Especially, Filipino culture, everyone's watching. Your whole barangay is watching.
Sabi
so-
nga nila, parang mas mataas daw ang standards ng mga
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Pilipino. Kasi
Yeah.
lahat kumakanta.
Exactly.
Videoke pa lang, hindi ba?
Exactly. So
And
many
you-
talented people here in the Philippines.
You come from a family of celebrity. Sabihin na natin, banggitin na natin, pamangkin po siya ni Angeli Pangilinan. So, pinsan mo, mga sikat din, hindi ba? And of course, although hindi blood related, pero family, Sir Gary V, Mr. Pure Energy.
Yes.
So, paano yun? Kapag nalalaman ng mga tao na, uy, pamilya to, mga Pangilinan, mga Valenciano, anong impact sa'yo nun?
Well, it's an honor. I mean, that's how actually I started singing was because of Tito Gary. He's one of the influences that I got to have as a young kid, especially living in the States. They would come for his concerts, and every time I would see him perform his shows, I would get so inspired. Also, my uncles and my titas in the States also are singers. My lola, she was a 7-time Tawag ng Tanghalan defending champion.
Talaga ba?
And so-
Ito yung
so yeah,
original.
music, yeah,
ito yung
yeah,
original,
original.
na Tawag ng Tanghalan.
Yes, so yeah, music is really in the family. So ever since I was smaller,
Wow.
attending family parties, get-togethers, there was always music.
Palagi
Kantahan.
kang pinapakanta.
Actually, no. I would just listen to my family. They would be the ones singing. Because I started late. I started in high school.
What was the first song that you sang on stage?
I think it was A Whole New World
Talaga.
by Lea Salonga, which is amazing kasi when
Ikaw si
I
Aladdin?
Yes, which is amazing because when I auditioned for The Voice, blind audition, it was Miss Lea Salonga that turned for me, and she was my coach, and yeah, it's parang lang, it was meant to be.
Nagduet ba kayo ni Miss Lea?
On The Voice, I don't remember so
Did you
long
have
ago,
an opportunity
but I'm
to
sure
sing with
not
her?
maybe not live. No, wait, did I? Parang no, I don't remember. It's so long ago.
Ay, kunwari na lang
Yeah,
nandito si
yeah,
Miss Lea.
Yes.
Sample naman, a few lines from A Whole New World. Pwede ba?
Oh, wow,
Pwede
sure.
ba?
Sige, it's a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew, up where I'm. I forgot the lyrics, sorry. I forgot the lyrics, sorry.
Talagang literal na a few lines lang talaga. Mamaya dapat mahaba-haba. Sige. Okay yan. Forgiven ka dahil hindi prepared
Bawi,
doon sa... Bawi mamaya.
Bawi.
Bawi mamaya. So, nung nagsisimula ka ng kumanta, was your family surprised na biglang, uy,
Yes.
nagpe-perform na ito. Dati kinig-kinig lang tong batang
Yes.
to, saka mahiyain tong batang to.
Super. They were shocked. They're like, where did this come from? Like, paano yan? But
Talaga?
yeah. So it was cool.
And then, how did you convince your parents? Because you're already earning as a banker, hindi ba? Although
Yeah.
hindi ka masaya sa pagbibilang sa pagbibilang ng pera ng ibang tao. Di ba? You were already earning and then biglang you will go to, although Filipino ka naman, pero babalik ka sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Meron ka ng US citizenship.
Yeah.
How did you convince your parents?
Well, thank God they're really supportive, and I just thank them for all the support all these years. But they knew, God's calling in my life, and we really prayed about it. And yeah, up to now they're very supportive. So I really want to thank them and for all that they've done and
But
are
who
doing.
moved with you here in the Philippines?
Just me.
Just you?
Yeah, just me.
How was your adjustment?
Well, it was an adjustment, getting used to just being alone here. Of course, my family, they're all in the States. But no, but I would, before I moved here, I would visit a few times. So I kind of knew how it was here. But yeah, it's completely different when your immediate family, they're far away and they're in another country, and you really have to adjust.
And it's different when you're here vacationing and
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
here as a resident,
Yes, yes.
living here, hindi
Yeah.
ba? Kasi
Yeah.
masarap yung bakasyon kaya.
Yeah.
Kung saan-saan kayo
Yeah, yeah.
papasyal ng mga kamag-anak mo. Pero you working here, 'di ba? Traffic every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how do you cope with that?
No, but I just got used to it. And thank God, these past, 12 years, I've met so many people. I also have a lot of family here, cousins, relatives. So God's been good these past 12 years of living here. So,
How is it getting connected to your roots again as a Filipino?
well, ever since we moved to the States, the Filipino culture has always been instilled in me and my family. So we would always, I don't know, just get it. There's a lot of Filipinos there in California. too.
California.
And so, yeah, it's so when I moved here, it wasn't really a big adjustment for me. Maybe the environment, but as far as the Filipino culture, I was pretty much I adjusted well.
How has joining different singing competitions changed you as a performer, as a person, as a believer?
Good question. I think with that, whatever happens in those competitions, you just have to trust God with His plan for us. So sometimes we don't get what we want. We don't receive what we want, but we just have to. At the end of the day, we just have to trust God with His plan and know that He has the best for us. So if it's meant for you, He's gonna give it to you, and if it's not, then that just means He has something better for you. So with every competition that I joined, the things that I went through, I just had to remind myself that God is in control. And so if plan A doesn't work, there's always a plan B, there's a plan C, so forth. And so that's what really gave me peace and comfort. But of course, during those competitions, my kaba, the nerves would get the best of me. But still, I really had to embrace all of it and just really trust in His plan. And yeah, just enjoy what opportunities He gave me at that time.
How do you deal with losses and defeat? Diba? Siyempre, kapag nagjo-join ka ng competition, ang goal mo dyan, eyes on the prize.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to win. I want to be the champion. Pero isa lang naman talaga ang nagjo-champion.
Yeah.
Hindi ba? So how do you deal with defeat and losses?
Yeah, just going back to what I said, if plan A doesn't work, then there's a plan B, and there's a plan C, plan D, so forth. And so with every opportunity, every situation, there's a reason for everything. And so you just have to trust God and know that He has the best for you.
Walang
He
trauma.
wants the best for you.
Walang trauma. Kasi yung iba, pag sumubok minsan, 2 beses, tapos
Yeah,
hindi na nanalo, ay, ayoko na.
Yeah.
This is not for me. Di ba?
Of course, the beginning, the initial reaction is like, oh no, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. But then when you reset, you refocus, you realign, you realize what your purpose is, and really trust Him and a lot of prayer goes into it. Yeah, you just focus on the bigger picture and that it's all part of His plan, and whatever He has for you, it's the best for you. So.
How is singing solo different from singing with a group? Halimbawa yung musical, let's talk about Joseph the Dreamer.
Oh, yes.
Diba? You have some solo parts there, pero cast kayo, grupo kayo, may isang buong musical dito.
Yeah.
Ano yung experience, ano yung difference in terms of preparing for a competition and being part of a musical?
Well, being part of a musical, it's like a big family. And so you're all there to support each other, bring out the best in each other. And so you have each other's back for support. And it's just great to be alongside so many talented people, and so when you're there and you're in that environment, you want to do your best, and yeah, they just bring out the best in you. So yeah, I'm super excited for Joseph the Dreamer.
So you had your theater debut. When was this? In 2020.
20, yeah.
2020. I remember this kasi pandemic, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Pandemic. Pagkatapos parang konti pa lang yung mga nagpe-perform at saka nagkakaroon ng shows, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So how meaningful was this for you given that it was done at the height of the pandemic?
Yes, actually, yeah. So Joseph the Dreamer, it was my first musical ever. It was my debut, and so it was actually the last musical that happened before the pandemic.
Yes.
And then it was also the first musical that happened after the pandemic. And so it's a really meaningful musical for us. The show in itself, it's awesome. The message behind it, so many lessons learned in that show. And so yeah, it holds a very, very special place in my heart.
Did you have a personal encounter with God while being part of that musical?
A lot. Maybe I think we did a run, the repeat 2022. That was when it was still kind of pandemic. So a lot of testing and a lot of what's the word? The requirements and a lot of testing.
And people were getting sick.
Yeah.
Some of the cast members got sick.
I got sick. I got COVID. So it was, I think,
Oh.
I don't know if it was opening weekend or if it was basta
This
one
was
of the
in
weekends,
2022.
2022. And so, yeah, I think it was opening weekend. And so we had to take a test. And it turned out a lot of the cast members, including myself, we got COVID. And so everything got canceled. They had to push back dates. It was like a big mess. But then we all like really, really prayed. We're like, oh, why is this happening? We all had a lot of questions. Like, why not? Like we thought, okay, it was a big comeback and it's all gonna, glorify God and everything. But then at the end of the day, we prayed about it. We're like, okay, this is God's will. We just have to have that peace and comfort knowing that, he has a plan. And he knows what's best. And so we just have to find peace and comfort in that. Rest assured that everything will be okay. It's all part of his plan. So, yeah.
How was it getting sick away from your family? You have relatives here, but your immediate family is not here.
Yeah.
And it's COVID during that time.
Yeah,
Ang
yeah.
COVID talagang, wow, nakakatakot.
Yeah,
hindi
yeah.
ba?
Thank God my symptoms weren't really, really bad. I had mild symptoms. So, but I would always be in constant communication with them. Thank God for technology now, FaceTime, webcam, ganun. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad.
What makes you excited for the rerun of Joseph the Dreamer this year?
This year, a lot of things. There's a lot. There's new additional members to the cast. So, and also returning members. So. I'm just happy to be with everyone again, and yeah, just the show. It's just an amazing show. The message, the lessons learned from that. I just really hope it speaks to others and really leads others to Him.
Are you playing the same character?
Yeah, I'm gonna reprise my role as Ruben, the kuya of Joseph.
The kuya of Joseph.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings in real life?
Yes, I do. I'm actually the kuya.
You're the
Yeah, I have
kuya.
younger siblings. They're all in California and Texas.
Meron ba kayong sibling rivalry kagaya ni Joseph at saka ng mga kapatid niya?
No, thank God we don't. Yeah, we don't.
How is that? How were you raised by your parents? Kaya magkakasundo kayo?
We're all pretty close in age, and so we're very close. So we do back then we would do a lot of things together when I was living there. Now it's not as often because I go back. I visit maybe like once a year, but yeah, it's a good relationship.
How do you keep your relationship with your siblings intact despite the distance, despite the different interests and lives that you
Yeah.
now have?
Yeah. Well, constant communication. Thank God for technology, messaging, texting, Facebook, FaceTime webcamming. So yeah, it's
So you do that regularly with
yes,
your family?
Yeah, and also when they visit here or I visit there, just spend as much time with them
Ayan.
as much as I can.
Maganda yan Magandang paalala na yung ating relationship sa ating mga kapatid para hindi tayo maging kagaya ni Joseph at ang kanyang mga kapatid na nag-away-away. It's important that we nurture our relationship with our immediate family despite distance, despite busyness, despite the different interests that you now have or focus. Importante, intentional yung pag-nurture natin ng relationship natin sa ating mga pamilya. We'll talk more about Joseph the Dreamer, about the other interests of RJ, kasi nga hindi lang siya banker, hindi lang siya singer, theater actor. Alam nyo bang may sports din ito? Grabe, para kang alcohol. Alam mo ba yung alcohol na yon? Hindi lang pang sports, pang kung ano-ano pa, hindi ba? We'll talk about his interest in sports also when we return and continue our kwentuhan dito po sa ating Masayang Tahanan. In the meantime, eto at kasama natin, Pastor Romel and Susan Guevara for our Usapang Worship.
And we praise you, Lord. We glorify your name. We honor and adore you, God. We magnify your name with all our hearts, all our soul, all our minds, all our strength. to you, giving thanks in everything.
Maraming salamat, Pastor Romel and Mars Susan. Hindi lang isang kanta ang ating maririnig ngayon. Hindi lang usapang worship. Mamaya, papakantahin din natin si RJ. Kasi sayang naman, di ba? Theater actor, pagkatapos singer. Ilang beses na sumali sa mga competitions. Dapat naman medyo mahaba-haba. Hindi lang one line ng A Whole New World ang maririnig natin sa kanya ngayong araw na ito. Eto. May nagbulong sa akin, professional tennis player ka rin daw. So,
Yes po.
when did you start playing tennis?
Well, I started when I was 12 in the States. Yung lolo ko, he was watching Wimbledon, which is a big tennis tournament in London. And so I watched with him. I was curious. I was like, what's this? Ano yan? And then he slowly was like, okay, this is tennis. And he got me actually my first tennis racket. Wooden racket actually, which was at the time, they already had like metal, aluminum rackets, high-tech rackets, but I had a wooden racket. And so I started when I was 12, when I played juniors there in the States.
So talagang nagko-compete.
Yes. Well, I played high school, varsity, and then college. I just stopped. I think I got burnt out because every day as a junior I would play tennis.
Wow.
Yeah, so I stopped in college, and then 2023 here in the Philippines. One of my friends, he's one of the top players here in the Philippines. He actually convinced me to take it up again while I still can, and so I was like, hey, why not?
Sumisikat ang tennis uli ngayon
Actually,
because of Alex
Alex Ayala. Yes.
Diba?
Yeah.
Oo.
And so 2023 I started really taking it more serious. Tennis again. I started training, and now I'm
You're
competing professionally here in the Philippines. Yeah.
What is more rewarding, singing or playing tennis?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a professional tennis player. So parang now I'm still living my dreams.
You can have the
I like
best of
both.
both worlds.
Yeah, I
hindi
like
ba?
both. Yeah.
Oo. Tsaka the Lord has gifted you with many talents and abilities. So use both of them.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah.
Nagpi-pickleball ka ba? Yan ang sikat ngayon eh.
Yeah, sometimes for fun with friends and family here. We play pickleball sometimes.
Anong difference? Kasi I'm not a sporty kind of person.
Well,
Obvious ba? Anong difference ng tennis at saka ng pickleball?
Well, tennis, it's a bigger area, the bigger court. And then the racket and the tennis ball, they're different. As pickleball, it's a smaller area. Easier to learn, I think. And then the ball, it's a wiffle ball, parang siyang plastic with holes. And then the paddle, iba rin siya compared to a tennis racket.
Ano ang discipline kapag meron kang alam na sports?
Well, you have to really monitor what you're eating, diet, that. You have to really train, discipline, getting proper amounts of rest, working out on and off the court. So cross training, so not just tennis, but also running, lifting weights. I really respect a lot of the athletes.
So it's advisable for families to pick up a sport para rin healthy lahat.
Yeah.
Diba?
Not just for health, for exercise, but also for discipline. Also, yeah.
Kayo ba, growing up, did your parents encourage you to really learn sports?
They were just supportive with what we wanted to do. I did tennis, and my brother and my other siblings, they did football, American football, and track and field. So we were all in sports. Our parents, they supported us with whatever we wanted to do. So yeah.
Because you come from a musically inclined family, si Lola ay kumakanta. Ilang beses nga sumali ng Tawag ng Tanghalan?
She was a 7-time Tawag ng Tanghalan defending champion.
Ang galing
Yeah.
Ano ba yan? Did she sing lullabies to you when you were a baby?
Not as a baby, but at family gatherings
Oo.
and like parties, she would sing.
Talaga.
And parang
anong
everyone would
song
just
niya? Anong song niya?
I don't remember, but the classic, like the older songs.
Oo.
But yeah, every time she would sing, everyone would just freeze. The room was so quiet because everyone would be locked in listening to her. You could hear a pin drop. But yeah.
Ano ang similarity ng sports sa music? Meron ba?
Maybe the discipline part, the of knowing what to eat and getting a lot of rest, what to do when you have free time, I guess, not really getting so tired. So you really have to prioritize certain things.
How many hours of sleep do you have to have prior to a performance or a show?
I think at least 7 or 8 hours.
Dapat pahinga din
Yeah,
talaga.
yeah. A lot of
Yes.
water also. Keep hydrated
Oo.
with like water.
Do you stay away? Di ba sila Miss Leia nung Miss Saigon? She stayed away from ice cream, cold
Yeah, yeah.
drinks. Do you
Like
do
dairy?
that? Oo.
Yeah, I try to stay away from dairy products, the fried foods. So I really try to just keep with water, really hydrate and get a lot of sleep, a lot of rest. Because if you're tired, you could tell like your voice will get strained. Yeah, you won't really be able to sing as well if you're tired.
There is a song that you'd like to promote.
Yes.
An American Christian singer-composer popularized that, Blessing by Laura Story.
Yes.
What motivated you to do your cover of this
Of that?
of this song?
Excuse me. So when I first heard Blessings by Laura Story, I was in the States. And yeah, when I heard it, I was like, wow, what the lyrics in the song are so powerful. And so since the first time that I heard it, immediately I was like, I wanna do a version of this. And then fast forward years later, 2025, I get to do it with Tito Gary. And also him, it's one of his favorite songs. It's a song that really speaks to him. I remember him saying that one day he was driving back home from Tagaytay, and then he heard it on the radio while he was driving, and then he just had to pull over on the side, and then he just started weeping. He was crying. The lyrics are really powerful, and so yeah, I'm just super privileged, super thankful, grateful that I get to do this with Tito Gary, this song, our version of it, and yeah, we just hope that others are blessed by it, and we hope that it speaks to them as much as it speaks to us.
So alam mo na kung ano yung susunod ko ipapagawa sa'yo, di ba? Sample. Haba-habaan mo naman
I'll
wag
try.
one line
Yeah. So the chorus, it goes, what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know you're near? What if trials of this life are your mercies in disguise? Yun. Yeah.
Sabi nila, more. Ibang song naman mamaya, yung more natin. But how personal is that song to you? Were there disappointments in your life that you have gone through, experienced, and then later on, from hindsight, you realize that's a blessing after all?
Yeah. Well, I guess with the competitions that I joined, the time when I got eliminated, at the time I would be super down. I would question a lot of things. But then at the end of the day, I think it just made me stronger. And it made me realize the bigger purpose in everything. So that and also when I recorded this song, my stepmom, she passed away a few months prior.
Sorry to hear that.
And so, yeah, it was a very emotional time. And when I did the song, I don't know, just parang it just, the message that I got with this was that sometimes we we want God to bless us a certain way, or we want Him to move a certain way, but then He blesses us a different way than we expected. And so with that, it's a reminder of how God, he doesn't work how we work. He works in different ways, and he has a better way of working. And so yeah, and I'm sure Tito Gary, he has his own revelations with this song too. So yeah, we just hope a lot of people get to really experience God and really hear from Him through this song.
Pinatikim mo kami, no? A few lines of blessings. Where can they listen to the entire story?
Yeah, so the songs, they could stream it on all digital platforms worldwide. So Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all of that. And the music video, it's going to be out. I think it should be out now by the time you see this, or it's going to be out soon. And yeah, all those.
Ganda yan. Magandang song, nakaka-encourage, ang lalim ng message at saka anumang season ang pinagdadaanan mo, I'm sure it will be a blessing and an inspiration to you. Kaya let's look for that song on Spotify and other streaming platforms para mapakinggan natin si RJ. RJ, ayan, yung isa mo pang invitation para sa amin, Joseph the Dreamer.
Yes.
When is this showing? Saan namin ito mapapanood?
Yeah, so Joseph the Dreamer, it's gonna be on July 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20 at the RCBC Plaza in Makati. So we're super excited. I'm gonna be part of it alongside Sam Concepcion, who plays Joseph, and of course Tito Gary Valenciano. He's gonna be Jacob. And new additions like Acel Santos.
Oh, she will be there.
Yeah, Lawrence Martinez, and a lot more people that are going to be talented people. So we're super
Nagre-rehearse na
excited.
kayo. You're preparing for it
Soon,
already.
we're going to be starting rehearsal soon.
Wow.
In June.
Will there be new songs? Meron bang bagong twist dito?
Actually, I'm not sure, but I heard that there's going to be some new segments. So it's going to be different, a little different from past
Wow.
shows. So something new to look forward to.
Maganda yan, ano? It's a good bonding time for the family. Great story, great material, great musical. So let's support Joseph the Dreamer. Sabi mo kanina, you like Joseph the Dreamer because of the many lessons, no, that the story gives us.
Yeah.
What's your personal take, and what are the lessons that you have made really personal through this musical?
Through Joseph the Dreamer, I mean, one of the lessons I think is about forgiveness. How Joseph forgave his brothers for like all the wrongs that they did towards him. That what else? Dami.
Have you had an opportunity in your life when you found it difficult to forgive?
Oh yeah, definitely. One time when I had this close friend that did something that was kind of really bad, and I find it really difficult to forgive him. And no,
And
but
what helped you to extend grace to that person? Have
I
you
don't know.
forgiven him?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
So yeah. No, I'm saying. Yeah, I have. No, but yeah, I forgave this friend of mine. But at the end, I just prayed about it, and God really helped me in knowing that, yeah, just forgive them. Like, there's no need to hold any grudges or anything wrong towards that person. So
Sabi nila, I'm not sure if you will agree, no? Pero sabi nila, sometimes it's easier to forgive other people than forgive ourselves. Parang, sige, I will forgive you. Pero there are certain things that we tend to be too hard on ourselves. Have you experienced that? Was there a
Not
point in your life na you need to forgive
forgive
yourself?
myself.
Or extend grace to yourself?
I'm sure. I think that there has been a few times before when you feel like you really hurt someone. You overthink things sometimes, and then
Oo, may ganyan, ano, yung akala mo ang grabe nung nagawa mo,
Yeah,
pero hindi
yeah.
naman pala
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that person.
Yeah, you feel sometimes you overthink things, and then you get praning. You get you worry about every little thing that you do, but then at the end of the day, it's like it's not that's not too much of a big deal. So
So, it's very, very important, ano? So, lesson on forgiveness doon sa Joseph the Dreamer. What else? Lesson about family. Ano yung natutunan mo from Joseph the Dreamer?
family, I don't know. Forgiveness is really what stuck to me, especially when the brothers really sold him sold him away, and like parang forgiveness. What else? What else?
Kasi blended family sila.
Yeah,
Merong
yeah.
di ba? Mga step brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yung galit sa kanya.
It's about reconciliation. That's one of the themes also. What else? What did you guys?
Well, my favorite part of Joseph the Dreamer is waiting upon God. Like, he went through a lot of ups and downs in life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he had to wait for God's plan to unfold in his life.
Yeah.
And in the waiting period, he was really faithful. Just faithful in clinging on to God's promises.
Yes, yes.
Clinging on to the character of God instead of the situation that he is in.
Yeah.
Diba?
Especially when he was in the prison. He had to really be.
Tapos he was wrongfully accused.
Oh yeah.
By, diba?
By Potiphar.
Potiphar's wife.
Yeah.
Oo. So, daming lessons. Kaya it's good for your family to make plans to watch Joseph the Dreamer this coming July. So, aside from tennis, aside from your singing career, what else keeps you busy? Of course, there's church also. What else keeps you busy here in the Philippines?
I actually have a small food business that I'm trying to expand.
Oh.
Yeah, with one of my best friends and cousins. It's a dip, artichoke dip.
Artichoke?
Yeah.
Uso ba ang artichoke dito sa
I
Pilipinas?
mean, not really. It's more of a premium ingredient. But yeah, we're working on expanding and supplying for bigger chains of groceries.
Wow.
So entrepreneur.
Ang dami mong ginagawa, ha? You are a very, very busy person. Di ba? And you have many interests. May sports ka, meron kang music, meron ka pang food. At the core of everything that you do, ano ang nandun? What is at the core of all these business?
I don't know. I guess just the people that I get to experience it with. Also bringing into it with my family and friends. That's how it's like a common denominator with us with all these things. You get to spend time with them. And yeah, I'm just thankful that God is letting me experience all these things.
Ang ganda niyan, ano? It's very important that we journey with people.
Yeah, community.
Journey with a community. It's very, very important. It keeps us grounded. Kahit na ang dami-dami mong mga ginagawa, holding ourselves accountable to the right people.
Yes, yes.
Helps us to be whole in what we do. Again, RJ, you have this opportunity to invite our guests, our neighbors, no, to the things that you will be doing and offering this coming month, especially your show.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Just keep an eye out. Just follow me on my social media accounts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Keep you updated. Joseph the Dreamer is coming this July, so I hope you guys can watch. It's gonna be at the RCBC Plaza in Makati, and yeah, just keep an eye on future shows I'm gonna be having on my social media accounts. So take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Yan. At kapag nanood kayo ng Joseph the Dreamer, meron daw libreng dip
Oh,
artichoke.
wow.
Diba? Busog na ang puso with good music. Mabubusog pa
Yun,
kayo
no?
doon sa kakaibang dip na yan.
Yes.
RJ, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
po.
your time. Thank you for
Thank
visiting
you.
Masayang Tahanan. And
Pleasure.
we hope to watch your show.
Yes.
One of these
See you there.
days in July. Yan.
Thank you so much po.
Birth month ko yun.
July.
Kaya,
Me too.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Kailan ka?
July 3.
July 27.
Oh.
Ayun, magka-birth month tayo. So,
Nice.
see you in July.
Yes.
Maraming salamat sa ating mga co-pilot, Kayla, kay Jabez, and Benji, pati kay Precious Grospe Cruz na ating editor para sa program na ito. Maraming salamat din kay Sally and Ate Irene who made this interview possible today. Maraming salamat mga ka-family. Ako ang inyong kumare forever, Maloy Malibiran sa Lumbides. Keep on singing, keep on eating, and most of all, keep on praying. Keep the faith, and God bless our families.